The drama begins with Ju Kyung, who grew up used to her family's heavy-handed jokes and to comparing herself with her siblings, who seemed to have been born with a beauty filter turned on. School was worse. She was the easy target, especially because of her acne. And when Park Se-mi, the most perfect girl in class, decided to entertain herself at her expense, the bullying leveled up. With her friend, she manipulated a boy to reject Ju Kyung on camera and even recruited Ju Hai-min, another insecure student, for the prank. The video spread, the laughter too, and Ju Kyung hit rock bottom. She went up to a rooftop with dark thoughts. A poster of Young Se-yeon, an idol who had taken his own life, snapped her back to reality, and right then Lee Soo-ho appeared, a boy who pulled her back from the edge with 2 sentences and a broad back. He hoisted her up, carried her out of the building, and called her a taxi. She didn't get a good look at his face because she'd lost her glasses, but she got the message. Not that way. As if problems were lacking, when she got home she found out her dad, J Pil, had been swindled by his partner. A debt of 500 million won and goodbye apartment. Her mom, Hong Hyun-suk, who supported the family with her small salon, exploded, and with reason. Meanwhile, in parallel, we meet Lee Soo-ho, son of a big fish in entertainment, huge house, fridge-level coldness. He has everything except company. Tired of being the class joke, Ju Kyung dove headfirst into YouTube and makeup tutorials. She saved up, bought basics, practiced like it was an entrance exam, and swapped glasses for contacts. The timing helped. The family would return to their old house and she'd transfer schools. The first day at Saebom was like walking in on a red carpet. Everyone stared at the new girl, with faces of, "What kind of glow-up is that?" She instantly clicked with Choi Soo-ah and met Kang Soo-jin, the other popular one. They invited her to hang out, eat, play, and take selfies. For the first time, Ju Kyung felt she could belong. At night, already unmade and messy, she stopped by her favorite comic shop, and ran into Soo-ho again. They literally fought over the same manga, and she ended up falling on him again. Destiny, is that you? The scare, that he'd recognize her without makeup. She slipped away, gave him the volume, and fled. The next day, makeup on, she crossed paths with him at school and breathed easy. No mention of the incident. Later, at a mall, Ju Kyung ran into SAEM's group and her post-traumatic stress disorder got triggered. She bolted, and in the escape a motorcyclist braked hard not to hit her, crashed, got up, and kept running because people were chasing him. In the chaos, she ended up with his helmet without realizing it. That motorcyclist turned out to be Han Seo-jun, Soo-ho's ex, best friend, and currently the popular bad boy who collects stairs. Oh, and TV brought another update. Soo-ho's father Lee Joo-hun was returning to the country. Soo-ho saw him at the dojo, they traded friendly punches and real resentments. There's history there. He cheated on Soo-ho's mom when she was sick, and that's not easily forgotten. On the way to class, Ju Kyung started getting compliments on the bus, until a creep took a photo up her skirt. A girl saw it, chased him down, knocked him over with her backpack, and the police took him away. Intense day. At school, Seo-jun's return caused an earthquake. To top it off, Ju Kyung found out he and Soo-ho had fallen out over something serious related to Young Se-yeon. Ju Kyung wanted to thank Soo-ho for saving her that night and asked him to meet on the rooftop. She brought him a manga he'd asked for when he'd first met her, unfiltered. He, cold, behaved as if he wasn't connecting the dots. She pulled a thank you letter out of her bag, which she later had to retrieve with the world's lamest excuse, they're feminine pads. Later he called to ask for the manga. They arranged to meet, he showed up with a drink, and to Ju Kyung's relief, she learned that the store owner had given him her number not because he'd recognized her. One day, while celebrating Soo-ah and her boyfriend's anniversary right in the classroom, someone launched a joke cake that landed on Ju Kyung's face. Panic. If they saw her without makeup, goodbye secret. When she was about to collapse, Soo-ho appeared, covered her with his blazer, and escorted her to the bathroom. She retouched at turbo speed and came out immaculate. Her friends were left wondering, since when is Soo-ho this nice? The game ended quickly. In the comic shop, Soo-ho pulled off her hair tie and glasses to confirm what he suspected the manga girl, the classmate, and the girl on the rooftop were the same person. Right then, Ju Kyung's mom walked in and called her name at full volume. Double confirmation. Mortified, Ju Kyung ran. The next day she kneeled in front of him, yes, dramatic, to ask him to keep her secret. In exchange, she'd cook for him, lend him manga, whatever he wanted. Tacit deal. Silence in exchange for lunches. The missing helmet boomeranged back. Han Seo-jun claimed it, and Ju Kyung discovered her brother had sold it, because he thought it was useless. She wrote Seo-jun an apology letter. Her friends obviously thought it was a love letter. Seeing her apologize to the tough guy, Kang Soo-jin thought they were intimidating her and went to face him and his crew. Not with my friend. Instant respect earned. Online, Ju-kyung opened an account and her new face started trending. On a rainy night, she ran to give Suho the manga he'd asked for, slipped, scraped herself, and got soaked. He lent her his jacket and bandaged the wound. From afar, Seo-jun watched the scene and clenched his teeth. The next morning, in the cafeteria, the two ex-friends traded looks, words, and punches. It ended in a fight, punishment, and a principal asking them not to make a fuss, because Suho would represent the school at the math Olympiad. During detention, Suho tried to talk to Seo-jun about the night Young Se-yeon died, but the other didn't want to listen. Later, in the bookstore, Suho remembered a girl who used to comfort him when he was little without knowing it was Ju-kyung. When she arrived and saw him sad, she thanked him for keeping her secret. He, with more truth than flattery, told her, "You're not ugly without makeup either." That line stuck with her. At the same time, Suha said a guy wanted to go out with Ju-kyung. Suho heard it, followed them to the movies, and, the moment he thought they were going to kiss, barged in like a hero, only to discover he'd mistaken the couple. Meanwhile, Seo-jun was taking flowers to his mother in the hospital. He'd been absent because he was caring for her. Ju-kyung, who had him pigeonholed as trouble, learned he'd paid the hospital bills after his father died. A piece on the board shifted. Soon the triangle lit up. Study group, karaoke, rumors, Seo-jun's bike outside the place, and some thugs chasing him. Ju-kyung got caught in the middle, they ran, and Suho had to throw punches to get her out of the mess until the police arrived. That same day, in her doorway, the two ex-friends came face to face. Ju-kyung's older sister, Im Hee-kyung, came home drunk, saw them, and declared she'd ascended to heaven, two hotties in her living room. Between laughs, Seo-jun confessed to Suho that he liked Ju-kyung. The next morning, the rumor exploded, Ju-kyung and Seo-jun are dating. He, to pour gasoline on it, handed her his bike keys in front of everyone. "I'll do whatever you ask." Suho pulled her aside to talk, seriously. A bit later, another blow. Seo-jun announced he'd parked the bike in front of her house. All of this tired Ju-kyung out, but it helped her notice Han Go-woon, Seo-jun's sister, being mocked for her looks. She saw herself in the girl and defended her. On the bus, Sei-mi and her crew showed up and Soo-jin, in bodyguard mode, pulled her out and told her, "You've got to be tougher." That night, Ju-kyung got dolled up and met Suho. They shot hoops, laughed, and got closer. The next day, encouraged by Soo-jin's advice, she returned the humiliation to Go-woon's bullies with a bucket of dirty water. Then she comforted her. "I understand you better than anyone." At the bus stop, Suho dropped another quiet bomb. "I like you better without so much makeup." Butterflies swirling, she went into a forum to ask for advice. Should I invite him to the movies? Unanimous vote. Yes. He accepted, but the plan twisted. School festival day came. Ju-kyung transformed Go-woon with makeup and the girl, with a prodigy voice, stole the stage. Then Ju-kyung discovered she was Seo-jun's sister. Amid the applause, the big disappointment. Suho canceled the movie and, when she confronted him, he replied that he'd been nice to her out of pity. He made her cry. Behind that line was poison. Seo-jun had blamed him for Se-yeon's death and, filled with guilt, Suho chose to back off, for everyone's sake. To make it worse, a band played a song composed by Se-yeon. Suho's world caved in. Ju-kyung tried to hug him. He pushed her away. Back home, her brother pulled a jacket from the washer that she recognized. The one worn by the boy who saved her on the rooftop. That jacket was Suho's. She did 2 + 2, ran to the building where it all began, and found him crying, broken. She hugged him without makeup, with nothing to hide, and told him she already knew everything. Life kept rushing on. Parents meeting, Ju-kyung's mom asking Suho's dad for an autograph, Seo-jun mad at the agency for not protecting Se-yeon. At home, Ju-kyung got scolded for her grades. Her mom threatened to throw out her cosmetics. She negotiated a different punishment. Meanwhile, Go-woon invited Ju-kyung over to thank her and learn makeup tricks. Mid-session, Seo-jun came out of the bathroom in a bathrobe, wet hair, zero shame, until he saw her. He wanted the earth to swallow him, but he still walked her home and thanked her for helping his sister. Ju-kyung's mom, charmed by Suho, knowing only half the story, invited him to dinner another day. When they finally met, the scene was pure comedy, the family interrogating him in the living room, he and Ju-kyung pretending they were not that close. Then came spa day with her sister, and a run-in with Sei-mi at a store when Ju-kyung was without makeup. Suho appeared, shielded her so Seo-jun, who was also around, wouldn't see her, and lied just enough to get to stay a bit longer by her side. Total confusion. Weren't they supposed to keep away from each other? Meanwhile, somewhere else, Teacher Han Jun-woo walked into mom's salon to get his eyebrows done and ran into Hee-kyung. He fled in embarrassment, and she ran after him. She saved him from a car and kissed him. Romantic plot twist unlocked. Back to the main line. Some thugs kidnapped Joo-kyung to provoke Seo-jun. He, without hesitating, went to find Soo-ho, and together they led a karaoke rescue with textbook punch bang bam. The next day, everyone was called to the principal's office for a night fight, but the two model students Soo-ho and Soo-jin weren't suspected. Light punishment, exams approaching, and a breather at the baseball stadium. A famous player noticed Joo-kyung and asked for her number. Soo-ho saw it, turned green, and left. Yes, the boy is jealous. Grades arrived. Joo-kyung, average. A girl confessed to Soo-ho. He turned her down, saying he liked someone else. Joo-kyung went into detective mode. That same day, her mom, after seeing the grades, threw out her cosmetics until further notice. She cried. Soo-ho found her rummaging through the trash, apologized for being distant, and gave her a pretty hair comb. A bomb. Meanwhile, Soo-jin, pressured by her family to be perfect, cried in front of Soo-ho. From afar, Joo-kyung saw them and assumed the worst. The one he likes is Soo-jin. She avoided Soo-ho, switched seats, and tried to convince her heart to let go. Spoiler. It's not that easy. The adults kept doing their thing. Hee-kyung and the teacher lived their first movie-worthy night. At school, Seo-jun asked Joo-kyung for help picking a gift for his sister, and the elevator got stuck with the two of them and Soo-ho inside. Triangle locked in. Afterwards, a baseball player offered Joo-kyung a ride. She said no, but the boys found out on TV that they'd gone to the game, and ended up celebrating a play like two old friends, though later they talked and remembered their dispute had a full name, Seyun. The camping trip to the mountain arrived. Rumors that Joo-kyung is Seo-jun's girlfriend, because they wore similar t-shirts, team games with a jealous Soo-ho watching sideways, and at night, a guard telling the legend of the well of the woman who stole faces. Amid activities, Hee-kyung was preparing a tribute album for Seyun. Back in the woods, Joo-kyung and Soo-ho got on a boat. A bug made the prince slip. He fell into the water, and her makeup got ruined. Panicking at being seen, she ran, straight to the enchanted well, where Seo-jun's friends mistook her for a spirit and bolted. Seeing her hanging, Seo-jun fainted. Result, Joo-kyung caught a cold, got medicated by Seo-jun, and when Soo-ho was coming, Seo-jun set her head on his shoulder to mark territory. Talent show. Seo-jun sang a ballad for her while Joo-kyung fumed seeing Soo-ho next to Soo-jin. A friend set up a plan so Joo-kyung and Soo-ho would get a moment alone. Soo-jin arrived first and snatched it. Joo-kyung burst into tears and vented to Seo-jun. Soo-ho heard snippets and got the wrong idea. Minutes later, he helped Joo-kyung hide when she was almost seen without makeup. She confronted him. "Why are you confusing me? You love Soo-jin." "No," he said. "I like you." And he kissed her. He gave her a necklace and they said goodbye. Euphoric, Joo-kyung forgot she was without makeup and ran right into Soo-jin. She told her the whole truth and asked her to keep the secret. Soo-jin promised. After camp, Joo-kyung and Soo-ho started dating in secret. A date at a secluded cafe, him hiding under the table when acquaintances showed up. Some saw his shoes, but not his identity. At home, Joo-kyung's dad went out to hunt down the swindler who'd saddled him with debt and left a letter. She, for her part, crunched the numbers. Studying cosmetology was expensive. She decided to get part-time jobs. At school, Soo-jin saw the necklace and began to suspect. While looking for income, Joo-kyung stumbled upon a photo shoot. They recruited her in an emergency to model with Seo-jun. She got paid well, they ate, and he found out straight from her that she was dating Soo-ho, but asked him to keep it quiet. It hurts, but he swallows it. That same day, there was a dinner between Soo-ho's and Soo-jin's families. He not into it, she hopeful. On his way out, Soo-ho ran into Joo-kyung's father, lost after another mini-travel scam. He put him up and, between anecdotes, they remembered brighter childhoods. Another date, another truck spray soaking them. Soo-jin saw them, confirmed her suspicions and, to top it off, Soo-ho took Joo-kyung to his apartment, forgetting her dad was there. The man thought his son had brought his girlfriend, until he saw it was his daughter. Back home, a scolding but a pact. Not a word to your mother. Poor dad. They found out anyway and scolded him for being gullible. At school, Joo-kyung wanted to confess to Soo-jin that she was with Soo-ho, but Soo-jin said first that she'd always liked him. Joo-kyung was left speechless and confused, told Soo-ho that maybe he'd be better off with someone at his level, like Soo-jin. Convinced the rejection was about his father, Soo-ho went to talk to him. He brought an expensive liquor. The man invited him in. That night, Ju-kyung and Soo-ho worked together at the cafe. She told him about a friend's dilemma without names, and he advised, choose friendship. Love doesn't last forever. Afterwards, dinner at Ju-kyung's house with both boys helping in the kitchen like a competition. Soo-ho went into her room to tell her food was ready, saw a childhood photo of her, and realized she was the little girl who used to soothe his sadness when he was small. It didn't take long for another bomb to go off. The agency published the photos from Ju-kyung's shoot with Seo-jun. Their friends joked. Soo-ho got jealous and asked her not to get so close to Seo-jun. She, with surgical precision, asked him about Soo-jin. Awkward silence. For her part, Soo-jin went to bring a gift to Soo-ho. He turned it down to avoid misunderstandings and asked her to leave. It hurt. The next day, Soo-ho went to see Ju-kyung at work. He found her taking turns with Seo-jun at the bar. Things got tense. Outside, he asked her to stop seeing him. She said she needed the job and dropped, maybe this is the last time we see each other. He walked off angry. At the same time, Ju-kyung's sister, who worked at Soo-ho's father's agency, discovered they'd approved releasing an unreleased Se-yun song to profit. She stood her ground, exposed that Se-yun's bullying story had been used to cover one of Soo-ho's father's scandals, and resigned with dignity. Soo-ho heard, knew it was true, and felt the ground open under him. He walked into the street, didn't look when crossing. Seo-jun yelled to stop him, and both were hit by a car. Hospital. Seo-jun with a broken leg, Soo-ho with an injured arm. The father showed up. Soo-ho rejected him. Shortly after, the man, shaken, found notebooks with Se-yun's lyrics at home and realized how much he'd hurt his son. Seo-jun also let his guard down and apologized to Soo-ho for blaming him. Even so, Soo-ho couldn't forgive himself for not answering Se-yun's call that night. There was comedy at the hospital. Ju-kyung arrived without makeup in her panic, saw that Soo-ho was alive, and fled to come back, all ready. When she returned, friends came in and she had to hide under Soo-ho's blankets so no one would discover them. Outside, Ju-kyung's brother tried asking Go-woon out. He got another kind no. Days later, Ju-kyung went to see Soo-jin. She told her she was dating Soo-ho, but wanted to save the friendship. Soo-jin said she understood. At the same time, a familiar face enrolled at Saebom. Ju Hai-min, the same one who helped Se-mi humiliate Ju-kyung in the past. Soo-jin saw her taking secret photos of the new Ju-kyung and made her delete everything. With wounds closing, Soo-ho was discharged and went to find Ju-kyung. He told her about his mom, the difficulty with his dad, and kissed her. Soo-jin saw them. Soo-ho's father resigned from the agency. Half the industry hated him for leaving. He, with a backpack full of guilt, tried to mend something. Soo-ho and Seo-jun went together to Se-yun's grave. On the way, they had a run-in with punks, ran, slipped, and fell into manure. Nervous laughter, tension drained. The calm didn't last. Soo-ah entered Ju-kyung into an inter-school beauty contest. She won by a landslide. Stung in her pride, Se-mi approached to meet her rival, without recognizing she was her old victim. Later she went back to her old ways and went after Hai-min. Ju-kyung and Soo-jin intervened, but a different betrayal was already rolling. Soo-jin, wrecked by jealousy and pressure at home, started passing old photos of the old Ju-kyung to Se-mi in exchange for photos of Seo-jun. Meanwhile, the school asked Ju-kyung to appear on promotional banners. She accepted, encouraged by her friends. The bomb went off on a Monday. Photos and videos of Ju-kyung's past flooded the hallways. Some looked at her with mockery, others with disappointment, many with morbid curiosity. She ran. Soo-ho stayed behind cleaning posters with his bare hands. Teacher Jun-woo asked Soo-jin if she'd leaked the material. She admitted it, in a rage, and told him to go far away, because he was good at that. That day, Ju-kyung's mom saw the video in the principal's office and broke inside. She came home, hugged her, and apologized for not noticing earlier what she was going through. She took her to a dermatologist. They even considered surgery, but the ideal result was basically her face with makeup. They decided against it. Days passed. Soo-ho asked her to meet at the comic shop, encouraged her, and said, "Come back when you're ready. The world doesn't define your worth." He himself, inspired by her, called his father and agreed to meet when he returned from abroad. The next morning, Ju-kyung made a decision. She went to school without makeup. She endured stares, heard comments, and stood her ground in the bathroom in front of some girls who were criticizing her. "Live your life. And yes, I'm Lee Soo-ho's girlfriend." Soo-ho appeared and kissed her in front of everyone. Secret over. Ju-kyung's brother kept trying with Go-woon. She didn't budge, but at least he got himself sorted with a clear answer, and he even helped Seo-jun think through his own stuff. Ju-kyung and Soo-ah made peace. At the school gate, Se-mi and her group went after Hai-min again. This time, Jukyung stood firm. There were shoves, almost punches, and an upperclassman cut it off. "You mess with my classmates and it goes badly for you." Seeing that her daughter had a clear dream, Jukyung's mom decided to support it. She paid for cosmetology courses. Jukyung got so busy she left several of Suho's calls unanswered. At a music event, Seo-jun sang a Sae-yun song. Suho told him he should return to that industry. Seo-jun confessed he wanted to talk about something else. He planned to confess to Jukyung so he could finally move on. On the family front, Jukyung's parents ran into the swindler who ruined them on the street. They chased him, and with their daughter's help they caught him and took him to the police. They didn't recover the money, but mom decided to let go of the grudge with one condition. "Don't let them see your face again, J-Pill." Teacher Jun-woo, for his part, woke up at the Im house after a bender. Embarrassed until the family, with humor, gave him the official welcome as Heekyung's boyfriend. Again, the calm didn't last. The school found out Soo-jin had been responsible for the leak. Her classmates turned their backs. She stopped going. Determined to sort out his heart, Seo-jun met with Jukyung and told her he liked someone who had a boyfriend. She didn't realize he was talking about her. Life squeezed from another side. Suho's father had a medical emergency abroad. Suho flew out immediately. At the airport, Jukyung and Seo-jun saw him off. Suho asked his ex-friend to take care of her. And time, which always runs, ran faster. A month passed, then another, and the day of the supposed return never arrived. Suho sent a text breaking up. He didn't know when he'd be back and didn't want to make her wait. Jukyung had a graduation with a broken smile. Even so, she kept going to the comic shop. She found a note on the wall from when she was a child and realized the little friend back then had been Suho. She sent one last message: "I'm getting closer to my dream. I hope you're happy there." A year later, Jukyung started university and an internship with a top makeup artist. She met up with her friends at a bar. Seo-jun showed up often, looked after her as he'd promised, and although he still didn't dare invite her to something serious, his music career was breathing again. One night he walked her home. Mom, fond of him, offered for him to stay over. In the morning, her parents gave their blessing. He's trustworthy. With the wind at his back, Seo-jun asked her on a formal date. He wanted, at least, to try. Jukyung hesitated. The heart doesn't forget by decree. The snow brought an answer, and Suho. He came back without warning, found her, said his father was getting better and that he knew he'd find her here. "I missed you," he said. She, armored with hurt pride, said she hadn't missed him at all and left. Minutes later her stomach hurt. He took her to the hospital. She slipped away so as not to see him. She told Seo-jun that Suho had returned. When the two friends finally talked, Seo-jun lied out of sheer fear. He said he and Jukyung had been a couple. Suho didn't fully buy it, but it got to him. Sincere, Jukyung met with Seo-jun to turn him down respectfully. He got ahead of her. "I know you don't feel the same. I needed to get myself sorted and that's it." He told a kind white lie. "Suho leaves tonight. If you want to say goodbye, run." And she ran, only to realize what she wanted wasn't to say goodbye, but to stay. They found each other, cleared the air, and Suho said what he hadn't said before. "I'll be with you." Reconciliation, kiss, and each to their own. Seo-jun decided to focus 100% on his music, because that's where he was happy without caveats. The years did their work. One day, on a set, a celebrity treated Jukyung badly. Soo-jin, after 3 years of volunteering away, showed up and set things straight. Then she asked to talk to Jukyung. She hadn't continued the career, she'd gone to help and came back to apologize. Jukyung accepted. Book closed. Her career as a stylist took off. She worked with artists from the company where her sister was now well-positioned. And speaking of Heekyung, she was getting married to teacher Jun-woo, and obviously the lead makeup artist was, you know who. Half of Saebom attended. It was a movie-style party. Jukyung didn't miss the key days. At Seo-jun's concert, backstage, she listened to the new album dedicated to Sae-yun. For them, it was no longer pain without exit. It was memories that ached sweetly. And like a good circle closing, Suho and Jukyung ended the night in their usual comic shop. The owner interrupted the kiss out of habit, apologized, and left them alone. She reached for a manga on the top shelf. He stepped in, took it down, and in that minimal gesture the story repeated itself. Two people who had once been kids, a girl who learned to love herself with and without makeup, and a kiss that, now, no longer has anything to hide. End of the drama.